Well, good morning and welcome to Move Early, Move Often. It is Functional Friday. I am Blake Martin, and my co-host, the omnipresent, effervescent Thomas Karakolis, is keeping it real in the big city of Toronto. Hey, this morning you're going to need like something like a medicine ball, or I don't know, or like a dumbbell, or a jug of laundry detergent. But my jug of laundry detergent is almost empty, so that's not going to be heavy enough. Or a cast iron frying pan. That's what I'll use today. Just so that if you don't have like one of these cool pieces of workout equipment, you know that you can still do what we're going to do. Um, we're going to be doing some multiplanar movement today. So that what that means is that means that your movement is going to be taking your torso and your limbs in different directions. And these are really important functional movements, and it's really critical that we focus on form. We want to be thoughtful that we're not over rotating the lumbar spine, that if we're doing any rotation, that it's coming from the thoracic spine so that we're protecting the lumbar spine. And when we're doing twisting motions, think about having your belly button drawn right to your spine so that they feel like they're attached one to another, so that they're moving as a unit. We're only going to be using our weight for one thing in particular. I'm going to show you the different activities that we're going to do, and then we're going to get right to it. We'll do a little bit of a warm up and we'll go. Okay, so the first activity that we are going to do will involve our frying pan or whatever it is that we have. We're going to be kneeling chopping. So we've done chopping standing before, but this really limits the hips. So we're being really thoughtful about limiting the hips. And we're going to reach up overhead and we're going to come across. You're going to twist from the shoulders. The belly button is still pointing straight forward. If there were a flashlight in your belly button, it would still be pointing straight ahead. So we're going to bring the arms across, up and across, up and across. Then we'll match knees, we'll switch to the opposite side, and we'll chop in the opposite direction. So the shoulders rotate, and you reach up as high as you can, and the shoulders rotating again and coming back down. Okay, that's exercise number one, the premier exercise that we will do. Exercise number two, the second, alternating toe touches. All right, so it's from a plank position. We'll be on our hands. And we'll step and we'll touch our toes and we'll come back to both hands. And so my hips are rotating and so are my shoulders. My torso is moving as a unit. If that's difficult for you, do it from your knees and go through as far as you can and bring your hip across and touch. Okay? So our torso in this instance is moving all together. Then I can remember what's next. I'm very good at this, remembering things. We're going to step into a low lunge, and then we're going to, so whatever leg is back, we're going to twist to the opposite side. All right? I did that completely wrong. You have to go to your lunge, twist to the opposite side, come back. Lunge, twist to the opposite side, come back. So there is a returning motion each time. And then we'll do that all on one leg going forward and all the other leg going forward. Opening. Now here, my belly is on the ground. On what this is my thigh. This is called a thigh, and my belly is on that thing, my thigh. All right. Last activity on both sides: star push-ups. So we're in a push-up position. Come down and open up our arms to the sky. Down. Open up our arms to the sky. All right, so those are the 6 things that we're going to do. Let's do a little bit of a warm-up. Let's get right to it. So we are going to be using our arms in multiple planes. So let's do some arm circles, shoulder circles. What we're doing here is we're getting synovial fluid. That's the glop that's in the joints. We're getting moving around other direction, gradually, progressively getting the joints moving and increasing the muscular activity and coming across. And let's do that with control. Don't do it ballistically. And open. And open. And we're going to be doing lunges as well. So let's just come down part way and up, not all the way down, down, part way, all the way up. And we're going to do that 8 times each side. We're at 2s, 3s, and 4s. Align your knees with your toes. 7 and 8. All right, so we'll start with our frying pans and we'll move on from there. We'll be doing a chopping activity. I'm going to turn up my beeper a little bit so that you can hear the timer when it's counting down. It might say exercise 1. Don't get distracted by that. All right. So in a nice kneeling stance, 90, 90, 90. Everything is at 90 degrees. And we'll be coming up and across and then reaching down. I'm a little early. We're adding a couple seconds to this. Rotating from the shoulders. Chopping downward. Rotating thoracically. It's all about the thoracic spine.
3, 2, 1.
Rest. Match your knees together. Opposite leg forward. And opposite chopping.
3.
Oh, I'm early. I'm out of control.
Exercise 2.
And swing. Chop it. And really, thoracic spine. Keep your belly button pointing forward. Even on the up phase.
3, 2, 1. Rest.
Lunges. Frying pans down. And lunge. And we're going to twist to the opposite side.
2, 1. Exercise 3.
Same leg. Look towards the hand.
3, 2, 1. Rest.
All right. Be sure to really look towards the hand when you do that. And getting ready. Opposite
3,
leg, lunging.
2, 1. Exercise 4.
Back. Back. If your hand doesn't go all the way to the ground, just go part way down your thighs or leg.
1.
Shin. I'm having trouble with the words this morning. And down, we're doing our star push-ups.
3, 2, 1.
No, our kick-throughs.
Exercise 5.
Sorry. I got my order wrong, I think.
Yeah.
It's okay. Don't panic. It's going to be okay. So we're doing kick-throughs.
3, 2, 1. Rest.
I tried to organize it so that you wouldn't have 2 things on your hands in a row. But you're going to be okay. This is going to be a little bit of a push for some.
1.
Either doing a kneeling
Exercise
push-up
6.
and opening to a star. Alternating sides. Look towards your hand
3,
as you're doing that push-up.
1. Rest.
All right, coming back for next round of chopping into a nice kneeling stance.
3.
You're going to chop towards the down leg.
Exercise 1.
And this is a bit of a ballistic movement, so that you have to break at the end. You have to slow it down. So that eccentric slowing is really important.
2,
Keep your navel pointing forward.
rest,
Match your knees together. Opposite leg forward. We're going to chop to the opposite side.
2, 1. Exercise 2.
That frying pan is heavy. But I'm ready to stop a bullet, I think. And cook an omelet. But seriously, folks.
3, 2, 1.
All right.
Rest.
Coming up. Let's do our opposite leg, our lunges with a twist.
3, 2, 1. Exercise 3.
Open and back up. Really push back into that back space so you get back up again.
Three, 2, 1.
I think we can
Rest.
squeeze in one more. Switching sides. We're going to look toward the hand as we twist down.
3, 2, 1. Exercise 4.
I almost lost my balance there. Keep your belly pointing forward. Here, really reaching with that arm. This is in part an exercise that's about
3.
using the muscles that are between your scapulae.
Rest.
In the back there, between your shoulder blades. All right, coming down. Alternating toe touches from plank.
1. Exercise 5.
So your whole torso rotates across. If you're doing it from a kneeling position, your foot might not come off the floor at all. That's okay.
3,
But
2,
reach towards it
1.
as
Rest.
best you can. All right, take a second, take a load off. Coming down for our start push-ups.
3, 2.
Hands under your shoulders.
Exercise
Nice
6.
plank position. Opening. Again, if you're doing this from a knees position, then really be sure to still maintain your plank. Nice firm plank, chest all the way down.
1. Rest.
I got it. One more there, I think. And coming up, chopping,
3, 2.
frying pans at the ready.
Exercise 1.
If you have one of those cool exercise balls, medicine ball, or like a cool weight, be sure to have your hands spread a little bit apart. But we're definitely yoking
3.
the action of the arms together with the shoulders.
Rest.
Knees matched. Opposite leg. Forward. Ready.
3, 2, 1. Exercise 2.
And chopping. Keep your belly, your button pointing forward. Your knees over your toes. Good stable stance. Press your hip forward on your down leg a little bit, just to keep
3,
a little bit of tension.
1. Rest.
All right, coming up. Lunges with opposite twist.
3, 2, 1. Exercise 3.
Look toward that hand. Belly on your thigh, not belly on the ground. You're not a serpent, for goodness sake.
3, 2, 1. Rest.
We'll be going with the opposite leg next. Didn't see that coming, did you? All right.
2, 1. Exercise 4.
It's the wrong leg. Leg. You can do it.
You got this leg.
Look toward that hand. Belly on the thigh.
3,
Really press backwards when you come back up.
rest.
Coming down. Toe touches from plank. Alternating.
2, 1. Exercise 5.
And you can do these a little bit faster if you want to kick it up just a notch. And your whole torso is kind of moving as a unit here.
2, 1, rest.
All right. Star push-ups. Hands
3,
aligned with your shoulders.
1. Exercise 6.
Open. Look toward that hand. Try to master the coordination of opening, looking, and pressing up all at once.
3, 2, 1.
All right. And let's just give it a little, come into a 90-90. Let's press forward with our hips. I'll turn sideways so you can see what I'm doing. Press forward with your hip just a little bit. Creep your toes forward just a little bit. And reach forward. And up. And really reach to the sky. Feel that your fingers are just kind of trying to blast off a little bit. Come back down. Match your knees. Opposite leg forward. Creep your toes forward just a little bit, just beyond 90. Reach forward and up. Really high. Opening the hips. And coming down. All right. So we took a moment and we moved our torsos in different ways. Sometimes our shoulders were moving independently, pointing in a different direction from our hips, and other times our hips and our shoulders were pointing in the same direction. We did differing things with our legs and our arms. We moved the limbs independently of our torsos. And all of these things are really critical in functional movements, in movements that we do in everyday activities, gardening, shoveling snow, and things like that. Be aware of what's happening between the relationship between your shoulders and your hips when you're doing these things. It's really important for preventing injury. Anyways, we've moved early, even if it was a little bit confusing for me. I hope you were able to manage it. And I hope you remember to move often. Have a fantastic weekend. We'll see you back for Momentum Monday next week. Take care.